Yo, what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Ron. We're part of that Two Grown Men 7879, that dynamic duo that you know, and I am here with a movie review, right? And today I'm going to be reviewing Godzilla vs. Kong. Right? Now, Godzilla vs. Kong is available on HBO Max right now. You know, everybody knows that, and apparently it's a big hit right now, like in this whole monster verse. I don't know if this is the last one of this chain of movies. Hopefully it's not, and they can continue going on. Me personally, I have been completely ignorant of this whole monsterverse theme idea and everything. I knew about the movies, but I hadn't seen any of them. You know, I didn't know much past Godzilla besides like old school, and I mean like old school Godzilla. You know what I mean? Like that Godzilla, which was hilarious. You know, it was more of like a comedic thing to me or whatever. But I hadn't seen it, so you know, I downloaded HBO Max because of the Boondocks. But I saw all the movies was on there, so I started checking them out. King of the Monsters was good. I really liked Skull Island. I really liked Skull Island. So when I saw the trailer for this, I was like, all right, I'm all in. I'm gonna check it out, see what's going on. It's inevitable. They gotta scrap, right? So for me to break it down, if you haven't seen the movie and you don't want to know what's going on in the movie, this is your warning, because I'm gonna go over the whole damn movie. You know, not the whole damn movie, but I'm getting into it. You know what I mean? So there's your warning. Right now, with that being said, the story of the movie is kind of weird to me, just how they go about things. But it's also one of those types where it's like, hey, if this didn't happen, if it made a little bit more sense, then it just wouldn't be a movie. It's one of those types of things. Ultimately, corporate guys, science guys, they want to make their own weapon against Godzilla, and they need some kind of power source that's in Hollow Earth, and they can't get there for some reason. Until now, apparently they have these ships that can withstand the gravity going down in the Hollow Earth. So instead of just flying these ships down there and getting that power source so they can make their weapon, they decide that they need a guide, because kaiju have a natural sense of this power source in the Hollow Earth. So they just pretty much make King Kong their guide to get to this source. But they're like, hey, you know, King Kong is like locked up. Like he doing a bid for some reason. They just got him straight locked up. And they're like, hey, as soon as he leaves this safe zone we got him in, Godzilla gonna come after him. Even though they have these ships that can fly down there, they like, hell with it. Oh, if he come, then we got to deal with it. So that's pretty much the gist of the story. That's how Godzilla and Kong end up colliding. Of course, you have the human element. They always got to throw in the humans in the monster movies and stuff, and like they just have to. And I could care less about the humans at all. You know, they got Stranger Things. They got my man from Atlanta. This kid I didn't know. This other science I don't know. I didn't know any of these cats outside of, you know, the girl and my man from Atlanta. The little girl was amazing. The young girl was amazing. You know what I mean? Like her character, she was awesome. Everybody else, none of the humans, they could have all been wiped from the script and not been in the movie. And I think it would have been just the same. I think it would have been just as entertaining to me, because I definitely enjoyed the movie. No knock on the actors. They did their thing, what they were supposed to do. But when you tell me Godzilla versus King Kong, like I just want to see him scrap up. I'm a Kong fanatic. Like I said, I liked Skull Island, and I was just like, hey man, he got hands, man. He can combinate. He's mobile. He even did a Donkey Kong role in the movie. I'm like, what Godzilla gonna do? He got the short arms. You know, I know he could breathe the Kamehameha. You know what I mean? But Kong could jump. And then in the trailer, when he had the whole weapon thing, I'm like, yo, he might pull it off. I was incorrect. Completely incorrect. He was no match, but it was like they set him up to fail, man. They got it broken down to where ultimately it's like 3 fights in between. It's really 2. You know what I mean? But the second fight is kind of like a gap. They kind of like, you know, like in between rounds. And I mean, Kong just gets his ass handed to him, man, to where you almost feel sorry for him, like it's a wrap. He damn near dies. And every time in this movie, like he definitely needed help. So it kind of made me think, like, what's really going on in this movie, man? I mean, you got a giant monkey. They pit him up against a lizard in the water, and he can't swim. I heard of people that being called monkeys that couldn't swim, and then they needed help from certain people to pull through. And they wasn't going for that, but he just wasn't matched. I guess, you know, Godzilla's pull is just a lot bigger than King Kong, but yeah, he was absolutely no match. But then they took the turn to you know, what we've seen in a lot of movies, we've seen it multiple times where you have two factions against each other, and then they have to join forces in order to combat an even greater foe. We've seen that before. We've seen that since the 80s and everything. That's been done a dozen times over, 100 times over, or whatever.
Like it or not, we are allies now against a common foe.
Ultimately, that's what happens. You know, like Godzilla has to face the mech because the corporate guys, they come up with Mechagodzilla, and Godzilla's Kamehameha ain't got nothing on the mechs because his Kamehameha has like a Kaioken times 20 on top of it. So Godzilla's no match for him. And I was wondering about the mech, man. It seemed like they loaded him with that same fight program from the Matrix, because he was hitting Godzilla with left and rights and knee shots and everything. Like they taught him kung fu or some shit. It was crazy. But, you know, they had to bring Kong back to life from the ass whooping that Godzilla had gave him previously. And he's able to jump in and ultimately get the final kill on the Mechagodzilla, which was epic as hell. So now I need King Kong in Mortal Kombat, because he's done brutalities in both the movies that he's been in, and it was absolutely awesome. This was 100% to me a Kong movie. There was a bunch of scenes. They did do it with Godzilla, but I felt like they did it more with Kong, where during the fights and moments with him, that it was from his point of view. So it's like, I think they were trying to make you feel like Kong. It was a couple of times where he grabbed Godzilla by the face, like he was trying to rip his jaw apart or something, and it's from his point of view. So it made you feel like Kong. The interaction between him and the girl when she's talking to him in sign and stuff, and like you just see her at the screen almost like she's talking to you and stuff. So it was definitely a Kong movie. There was character development in Kong. They showed, like, in Hollow Earth, as if, you know, it was a civilization of his people, and so it was definitely a lot of lore there and stuff. But like, the fights were awesome. I watched the movie again, and you just go to the fights. That's it. You go to the fights. The story in between, going forward, I'm certain that they'll do something else. They have to. When they're controlling the mech, the scientists, they're controlling Mechagodzilla. It's 100% like a drift moment. Like, he's inside of the damn a skull from the three-headed dragon from King of the Monsters. They got his skull, and he's pretty much in the drift. It looks like he's in the drift. So there's definitely a Pacific Rim reference there, and I can't remember what time frame Pacific Rim is in. I guess it's way after, but it don't matter, because how fucking old is Godzilla? How old is King Kong? I don't know. So I would love to see that. I would love to see King Kong and Godzilla go up against Gypsy Danger and them and shit. I would watch it. I'd be there for it, man. But if I had to rate the movie, I would give it 3.5 out of 5. That's what I would give it. You know what I mean? I would give it a 4, but I just felt like Kong got a little nerfed. Like, he got his ass handed to him, man. And man, he was pulling some shit off, man. He was jumping off of buildings, hitting him with left, rights, man. He hit Godzilla with a drop kick with both feet straight up, man. I said, oh, he got this. And then, But anyway, that's my take, man. I enjoyed it. If you want to watch something just for entertainment, some popcorn, and just see some crazy shit pop off, then I think you'll enjoy it too, man. But get down in the comments, man. Let me know Godzilla versus Kong. How'd you feel about it? I enjoyed it, man. All right, I'm out of here. Peace.